World of Archaeology here, back with another tote from Phillipson Ford. This is tote number 41, and it's another 27-gallon tote. I just grabbed it right off the top of the pile. Got it open here. Looks like it's pretty interesting. No idea what that is. Well, I mean, it's a nut, but there's a part number on there, but I can't read it. That might be something worth selling if I can figure out what it is, but I don't think I'll be able to, so I'm just going to probably put that in a lot with everything else. Let's see. So the John Deere box. AT32240 cover. I don't know if that's the, I don't think that's the same box. I'm not really sure what that is. There is a not sure, that looks like it's a hood latch plate, I think. I'm not sure if that's a Ford or a John Deere. Oh, yeah, E1FZ. Okay, so that's a Ford. F, I think, is a Granada, if I remember right. Probably not worth anything. Nobody really builds Granadas. Yeah, there's an amber marker light lens. Probably $5-6. May not be worth. 72 pickup. The heck we got here? Oh, tube repair. Oh, these are inner tube repair patches. Okay. Well, they're probably still good. I mean, you know, car tires don't have inner tubes anymore, but bicycle tires do. They'll probably end up in a lot. Installation instructions, spare tire lock kit. Nothing there. 3 pieces retainer. That'll end up in a lot. This looks like a good. These are hood bumpers, I believe. The rubber's pretty hard on those. 61 truck, so they're 60 years old. Some electrical stuff. A lot of this looks like it's going to be a lot. Miscellaneous electrical bits. No, you know, I already put some of these up. One of the last totes I had some of these in it, so that'll just have to go back and add those to it. I think there's one more in there. Wire assembly, 73 Galaxy. I've talked about those before. Those are not really collectible cars. This is interesting. D7TZ plate with attaching parts. So 77 truck. Okay. Ooh, that's nice. F350 Ranger. That's neat. Yeah, these things just they're just not very well made. It's pitted and they chromed right over the pits, and the paint's not very good. You know, not Ford's best era, but that's an interesting part. I've never seen one of these before. That maybe, you know, if Dennis Carpenter reproduces it, might be worth whatever they're asking. If they don't, it might be worth more than that. You just never know. This is just some hardware. Yeah, just some miscellaneous hardware. That'll go in a lot. Lamp marker, 69 pickup. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. And that's a glass. Yeah, is it? No, that's plastic. So this, I believe, is the lens for that. Yeah. No. It's probably a replacement. Yeah, PC67, but this is a Dietz and this is a Ford. Interesting. It's a Dietz, but it's in a Ford box. I'm not aware that Ford did that, but you know, who knows? May have ended up in there over the years. I will actually put those up separately, probably. Is this another one? Yeah, here's another one. Another one of these. So I got 2 of those marker lamps. D2TZ. Okay, there's another. It's a red one. Okay, plastic. The A is red. The B designation is amber. I'll look those up. The lenses are generally don't do too well. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. They're usually pretty easy to reproduce. What's this? Oh, hey, hose connectors. Okay. Oh, these are actually cool. I'm okay. Looks like a couple of different sizes. These are useful. I'm gonna hang on to these and I'll use them for my Chevelle. 25 cents a piece. Central Wire Hose Clamp. Central Equipment Company, Chicago, Illinois. I'm gonna hang on to those because I'm working on a Chevelle and I need to have hose clamps that match. So I'm gonna put these with my box over here. I have a box of parts. When I run across parts that I can use personally, I throw them off to the side because I got to take them out of the inventory and all of that because they're personal. They're for personal use. There's a nice marker lamp. Engine compartment lamp. An approved Ford accessory. 51A 15700. That's an interesting part. Don't know what it's worth. Never seen one before, but that's the sort of thing that will sell. Rear view mirror, I have some of these up for sale. They do sell usually $15 a piece. I'll put those up separately. Ooh, this is interesting. Permatex double action radiator cement and rust preventer. That's a pretty cool little bottle. Oh, it's a granular. Feels like sand when I. Ooh, okay, yeah, it's a little powdery. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, I know what to make of that. I've never seen that before. Okay, what we got here? This is a D7TZ plate with attaching parts. Is that another one of those? Cool. F100 Ranger. Okay, neat. That's interesting. The Ranger, I want to say in my lifetime, but since I've been driving, the Ranger's always been Ford's light pickup. After they got rid of the Courier, they replaced it with the Ranger. But Ranger was a trim line on the pickups up until I want to say 1980. I don't know exactly. Whenever they discontinued the Courier, and then they just changed it to the name of their light truck. Because I see Rangers back in the '60s, even I think. But that's interesting. That other one was an F350 Ranger. I'm gonna have to look up the history of that because I don't know. That's the first I've seen it. That's interesting. Okay, here is a amber tung-sol auto lamp, hermetically sealed, all glass. That's interesting. It's too small. It's a fog lamp. Okay, too small to be a headlight. That's interesting. Light bulbs don't usually sell. They get lost in the noise because there's a lot of light bulbs for sale. But something like that is just unique enough that I may be able to sell it. That is a headlight bezel. Not sure what for, but it should be easy to figure out. Should be easy to find out what that fits. Just look at the cars, look at pictures of cars till you see something. This does not have a part number on it, but it is an F. Yeah, years ago I bought a cabinet, small cabinet, just like a lift-up door, maybe 2 feet by a foot, that was full of Buick. And it was Buick letters. I think it was Buick. Maybe it was Pontiac. I can't remember. They were GM. They had a whole bunch of letters in there. I sold those letters for years. You know, $6, $8, $10 a piece. Not enough. There weren't enough. Somebody had gone through them at some point and put together all the Pontiac and Buick and Chevrolet out of the letters. And so I didn't have enough to put names together, but I did sell a lot to people who bought, wanted to buy individual letters. But you do see those from time to time. They do sell the letters separately, so you'd have to buy 4 different letters to get 4 Ford. Horn contact support. I don't think that's going to be worth anything. That's a 1953 pickup. Maybe it is. Pickup stuff usually sells. Oh, this is interesting. This is a hot patch tube repair, vulcanized. Shaler Streamliner hot patches. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Seen better days. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. Don't look like they're in any decent kind of condition. The ones that are still wrapped in plastic seem to be. I'm not sure how those work. That's interesting. The box is, you know, this would be a good collector's item if the box were in better shape, but it's not, so I'm not really sure what those are worth. I'm thinking probably very little. That'll end up probably in a lot, along with a bunch of other stuff. Oh, here we go. Here's some more. B&K Service Products, 20 large oblong vulcanizing patch units. I wonder if they, I don't know what they did, if they patched the inside. I'm not really sure how those work. If they use those to patch the insides of tires or just tubes, because I don't think this would have been in the 50s or the 60s. This is Napa. Probably not worth much. Okay, here is a E3AZ horn kit. So this would be for the 83 Crown Victoria Mercury Marquis. Those cars are getting popular as collector's items, that particular era. So I'm going to keep that. I'll look that up separately. Let's see what else we got in here. There's nope, not worth anything. Let's see. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff in here. There's a big box. Okay, here is another Camel vulcanizing patch units. This one, it's not open. It's sealed. This could go for something. Okay, there we are. Patching a tire. Okay. Tubeless. They're using it for patching punctures and tubeless tires. Wow. That's amazing that's that involved, because now you just get this little patch kit from AutoZone. It's got a little hook thing and like a long piece of tar impregnated fibrous thing. Interesting. Let's see what that looks like separately. Okay, we're starting to get full up here. Here is another one of these trays. There's another one of those empty. I keep finding the empty envelopes for these. I haven't sold any of them yet, but I do have a couple of them up. Oh, there it is. That's another one of those. I'll have to figure out where I put those and then just up the inventory. It's some miscellaneous hardware. It's like somebody went to the hardware store. Something you'd get at a hardware store. Somebody went to the hardware store. That's exactly what that is. yeah, none of this stuff in here is worth anything individually. Switch assembly, that might be. No, I doubt it. It's like a little door switch. Switch assembly. Okay, I sold a bunch of those just the other day. That's gonna go in a lot, that whole thing. Horn brush. Yeah, that'll go in a lot too. DOVY circuit breaker. I think I've got a couple of those up for sale. So I'll just have to increase my inventory. I haven't sold them yet though. Wax treated dusting cloth. I think that's what's in here. There's a patch. Some miscellaneous hardware. I don't know what to do with that. Carbon rolls for use in autographic registers. Oh, okay. New coat register rolls. Okay, so they're for cash registers. I have no idea. My inclination is to throw it away, but you know, don't ever throw anything away without looking it up first. That's kind of my first rule. All right. Oh boy. There is a water pump. That is a big water pump. I don't know. Okay, that's a C8. Yeah, this fits a pickup. Yeah, see that gasket that gasket's no good. That's for a 68, probably 68 to 72. A little rusty, but surface rust. That'll sell. Probably $100 to $250. Just off the top of my head, that's my experience. What I usually get for good water pumps for the pickups. This. That's another one of these. Rotunda. Probably a testing lead, maybe. Oh, it is a Ford AXOD test adapter. Okay, that's for a Rotunda service tool set. Probably will sell because those transmissions are still in use. Universal repair kit, pinion bearing lock nut. That's what these all are. These do not sell individually, so I'm going to throw those in a lot with everything. This I'll look up separately, so I'll put that over here. I'm going to start cleaning some of this stuff out here. What is that? That's hardware. Okay, we'll put that in with the lot. This stuff, I'll put that in. Lot. We'll look this up. This stuff will all, well, I don't know what this stuff is. There's no, well, get that out of there. 93 Bridgeport. Not sure what that is. I'll just throw that stuff in with the lot. Lot. This is these are those, yeah, I'll put that in a lot too. Seal fast, put those in with a lot. This, I'm gonna keep that off to the side. That may just be like an automobilia, I guess they call it, sort of thing. Somebody might find that interesting. Okay, this stuff. Okay, I gotta grab another tote and put this stuff in. Okay. This particular tote has got a lot of stuff in it, and I usually put it all back in the same tote, but I'm having to separate it out. There's a lot of stuff that's just not going to get looked up. Some of this stuff will. So I'm going to move this stuff off here. That's going to get listed. That will get looked up. That will get looked up. I'll look this stuff up. Yeah, well, there you go. I'll look this stuff up. I'm not expecting it to be fetching very much, but they're just not useful. They're sort of a curiosity. I don't know if anybody even collects this stuff, to be honest with you. Okay, and we'll just put that right in there. Okay, now we got some more room here. D2OZ service campaign bearing retainers. Oh, mud dog retainers. Okay, these are bearing retainers for something. Looks like there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. I'll look those up. Those will be worth looking up. I don't know if they're going to be sellable or what. Here's a bunch of stuff in this. Some more exhaust parts. This is a spark plug wire set. Probably missing. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Spark plug wire set. It looks like, I don't know if that's part of it or not. I don't think so. Spark plug wire sets are like other service parts. They're really, really hard to sell because there's so much noise out there, you know. Some cool hardware. We'll throw that into a lot. Okay. I think all this stuff, DOVY, that's for a Thunderbird. Well, it's a couple of molding retainers. Throw that into a lot. With license plate support bumper. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Okay, bolt. That's a piece of molding. No idea what those are. Universal joint grease seal repair. Bunch of those. No idea what this is. Looks like rubber bumpers. Some of the rubber from this time period is actually still good. It was decent quality rubber, not like the crap they have today. Brake shoe hold down kit services one wheel for Mercury 49 to 52. So this is shoebox, shoebox Ford. There's a bunch of them in here. This may be something useful. They're all sealed for the most part. Generally, I don't mess with $5 parts unless I have a bunch of them. These look like there might be enough here, depending on what they go for, to justify putting them up individually. But brake parts and stuff like that generally do well enough on their own, or don't do well enough on their own. So I usually throw them in a lot. That's a body pillar molding. I'm going to look that up. It's real small, but if it's not reproduced, it might be worth it. Drive shaft safety pin. It's interesting. There's a tendency I've noticed in especially with booksellers, that the larger the book, the more they want to ask for it, which doesn't really make logical sense. But I've noticed something about Ford parts is that tends to be the case with parts. It's like the little stuff, little things like this are not worth that much. And so I very seldom do I have large lots of big parts unless they're brake parts. Okay, socket and wire. That's a switch. Not sure what that is. Not sure what that stuff is. Okay. A bunch of parts. Okay, there's a lighter. Zip clip. Oh, 1001 molding clip. Oh, this is cool. So we've got universal T-bolt, backup spring plated. Ah, for 3/8 holes. Okay, okay. I might be able to use some of these because I have. Oh, okay. These are spring. Oh, this is interesting. Everything's kind of not sorted out very well here. 1001 molding clip for base. Okay, those are for base strips. That's an interesting thing. I might put that up for a lot for an auction on its own. What else? This, I think, is. Okay, here's some GM parts. Don't know what that is. There is a support. I'll look that up because vintage GM parts are a lot harder to come by. There's a bushing. They're a lot harder to come by because Ford never had a buyback program. GM and Chrysler, the parent company would buy parts back from their dealers if they didn't sell them. Ford never did that. Ford was like, tough luck, man. You bought it, you own it. So there's a lot of Ford parts out there. So as a result, it's hard to find original GM and Mopar parts. There's a bushing assembly. It's not the same one as that one. So, you know, it always pays to keep those and have a look at them. There's a bunch of junk down in here. There's a John Deere part. Just stuff. Yeah. I think some of those bags have leaked down in here. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm trying to figure it out. I think what I'm going to do with the rest of this stuff is garbage. And then this big box that all the stuff was in, I'm going to use that as the box for the big lot. So, I mean, well, I think I just, yeah. I don't want to, I don't even know what these are supposed to have in them. So I'm just going to put them in a lot. I'm always careful to mention, hey, I don't know if any of this stuff is complete. It looks like there's some miscellaneous brake parts and some other stuff. Some of these do pretty well. I just sold 2 lots of miscellaneous parts like this from the last video. I got over $200 for both of them combined. So somebody saw something in there they wanted, and it was multiple bidders too. So that happens once in a while. I'm just gonna throw all this stuff in here, and that's gonna be one big lot. And anything else that I look up from this tote that is not something I'm going to sell will probably go in here also. So, and with that, that is the end of the tote. So as usual, thanks for watching.